Hello, my name is Lynn Gillespie, and I will be your guide to discover the 12 high-performance garden characteristics with weekly training videos. A high-performance garden is one of the most fun, productive, and organic gardening experiences you will ever have. A garden that is enjoyable, weed-free, productive, and so very easy to achieve. Hello, I'm Lynn Gillespie, organic farmer and creator of the Abundance Garden course. And we're here today to learn about high-performance garden characteristic number 1, which is in harmony with nature. There's times when even an organic garden can get bugs, and today we're going to take a look at spider mites. Spider mites can be very damaging to your garden. But what we found is that there's a spider mite predator, and when released at the right time, it pretty much wipes out the spider mites and your garden goes on happy and healthy. So what I want to show you today is what we use for spider mite predators. The spider mite is actually an arachnid, belongs in the spider family, and so does the spider mite predator. So we're not actually dealing with a regular bug. One of the things with spider mites is that they live inside of a little bit of webbing. And so the sprays and powders and stuff have a really hard time killing them because they kind of are in that protective webbing. But what we found is there is a spider mite predator that actually will go in and eat the spider mites, which is super cool. The spider mite predator will eat the adults, it'll eat the youngsters, and it will eat the eggs. So the predator, it has a life cycle of 30 to 36 days. And it'll be in the egg stage for 7 days. It will eat 7 adults or 20 youngsters or 25 eggs per day, and it will take 30 days for it to replicate. And what they found is that in 17 days you will have an increase of 44 times the number of predators. So they really get going pretty fast. Their ideal temperature is between 58 and 85 degrees, and they like a higher relative humidity between 70 and 80%. We live in the desert. Our relative humidity is probably between 30 and 40%, but I have found that the spider mite predator does really well here. So even if they recommend that it doesn't do well in that low of humidity, I think it does because it's in amongst the plants and the humidity on the leaves is a little higher than the air humidity. The spider mite predator only eats spider mites, so it will not eat plants or pollen, so you can't release the spider mite predator until you actually have some spider mites for it to eat. Now, if you've had spider mites in the past, you'll have spider mites the following year because they winter over. So, you know, if you got the cycle going, it's time to get some predators. I brought some leaves. This is from my other greenhouse. This is zucchini, and if you can take a look at the leaf, you see that there is yellowing and little mottled spots, and if you look on the back side, usually here is where you see the webbing, and if you have a magnifying glass or you can see really well, I can see the little spider mites. I don't think the camera can pick it up. They're just tiny little things. I can see them moving here. But, you know, if you start to see this yellowing color on your lower leaves, see how this one is really bad. And then the next thing that you'll see is actually some webbing, usually on the back side. Yeah, there's some webbing in here. So I have the spider mites to feed my predators. So we are ready at the release stage. It is early, well, mid-June, and our temperatures have hit 80 degrees. So usually when your afternoons are hitting 80, 85 degrees, it's time to look for your spider mites, and then it's time to get your predators. We actually release 2 times. We'll release now, and then we'll release in 2 weeks, because their cycle is about 30 days, and what we're doing is getting 2 different generations going in the greenhouses. Okay, the other thing I want to show you is here in this garden, I'm just starting to see just some of the off coloration starting, And when I look on the back side, I can see just a few spider mites and some a little bit of webbing. So it's time to do our release. This is my bottle of spider mites, predators. There's 2,000 in here. And when I order them, they come in vermiculite. And when I take the lid off, around the rim I can just barely see just some little bitty red dots moving. I mean, little bitty. And they come in vermiculite. They're really easy to release. You just put some on your hand and just sprinkle it in amongst the plants. And I like to do this either in the cool of the morning or the evening. And that's pretty much all there is to the release. And like I say, we get a second bottle in 2 weeks. And I have found that this is all I need to do to take care of our spider mites. And also, I've noticed that some of the spider mite predators will live over, and we do get some help the following year. So anyhow, these do a great job. I don't have to breathe any chemicals, and all the plants are happy. Want access to more videos like this? Click the link in the description below this video to join the High Performance Garden community for free. Community members receive weekly High Performance Garden video trainings, articles, and trade secrets delivered directly to your inbox. Do you know anyone else who is frustrated and struggling with their garden? Share this video so they can begin to transform their garden into a high-performance garden too. They'll thank you later. If you want to transform your garden into a high-performance garden in one season, you can enroll in the Abundance Garden course, the only gardening course where you can garden step by step with your gardening coach. Click the link in the description below this video to learn more about the Abundance Garden course. If you have a topic you would like us to make a video about, please send us an email. Or if you have a gardening question, you can also email us at thelivingfarm@tds.net. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. May your garden be easy, fun, productive, and always organic.